It's August 17th, 2021, and this is Sketchworks NewsBrake. The news stops here. I'm Brian Troxel, and Saigon has fallen. Albeit in the most incompetent manner possible, President Biden has kept former President Trump's promise and withdrawn all troops from Afghanistan. It's so nice when we have bipartisanship when it comes to negotiating with the Taliban. Reports say that when Afghan President Ashraf Ghani fled the country on Sunday, he departed with 4 cars and a helicopter filled with cash. Within hours, Taliban forces seized control of the presidential palace as Afghan forces surrendered without a fight. Britain, Canada, and Germany have all evacuated their embassies. It's all part of a mass exodus as the Afghan people are fearful of what Taliban control means to Afghanistan. On the bright side, Afghan COVID numbers this week are trending downward. Earlier today, the Taliban asked for government employees to return to work. Pretty please, you see, we're a globally feared terrorist organization, but we can't get into the supply closet. You'd help us out with that. In preparation for a Taliban takeover, employees at the U.S. Embassy in Kabul shredded all important office documents, meaning the Taliban will never know who ordered 4 boxes of Thin Mints. Reaction to Afghanistan's fall has been as swift as the collapse itself. Former President Bush expressed deep sadness. Former President Trump called on Biden to resign. And former President Obama felt run down after partying hard at his exclusive 60th birthday party on Martha's Vineyard. Woohoo! What Delta variant? Former President Clinton did not attend Obama's birthday bash because he tends to get into trouble when he visits islands. Air raid sirens sounded in southern Israel on Monday after a rocket was fired from the Gaza Strip. Hamas was just jealous the Taliban was getting all the attention. Ah, brotherhood. Muslim brotherhood. The Associated Press reports the U.S. government will recommend a 3rd booster shot for people fully vaccinated against COVID-19, possibly as early as September. And for those of you who thought you were cool for getting the Johnson & Johnson one-and-done vaccine, you're going to have to get 2 shots just like everybody else. Forgers are taking advantage of COVID-19 by offering vaccination cards for as much as $200 apiece. Now, sure, you could just get the card for free by getting the vaccine, but you're a smart person who trusts shady online sellers over a continually proven effective vaccine. Because of COVID, the mayor of Philadelphia announced that all city employees are required to wear a double mask, although I would recommend just not breathing air in Philadelphia in general. Georgia Governor Brian Kemp plans to give state employees a day off in September to encourage them to get their COVID-19 vaccines. In a related encouragement of healthy behavior that's just as effective, Governor Kemp plans to encourage state employees to lose weight by treating them to an all-you-can-eat buffet. You know, with the state of the world in such turmoil as it is, it can be difficult to stand up here and be both glib and devastatingly handsome, which is why I take refuge in going outside to bask in the tranquility of nature with... Oh yeah, I forgot. Tropical Storm Fred, earthquake in Haiti, 3 volcanoes erupting in Alaska, 1 erupting in Indonesia. You know what? I'm just going to stay inside and drink. Heavily. With your mom. Incoming New York State Governor and Buffalo Bills fan Kathy Hochul stated she will fully cooperate with the investigation into nursing home deaths under Andrew Cuomo. Outgoing Governor Cuomo responded by saying, "If Hochul keeps this up, I'm not going to kiss her goodbye." Cuomo also said he wishes he had waited just 1 more week before resigning. The Atlanta Falcons are the first NFL team to report a COVID vaccination rate of 100%. The team will eventually blow that lead to the New England Patriots. Staying in sports, in the same cornfields of Iowa, Major League Baseball played the first ever Field of Dreams game featuring the Yankees and White Sox. Seeking the same success, the NBA will play the first Space Jam game featuring rabbits, ducks, and a coyote. Bad news for bosses everywhere. Your employees are getting used to working from home. But, as Sketchworks NewsBrake correspondent Tim Millard shows us, most remote workers are not working from a home office.
It took me a year and a few months, but I finally have a desk for my work-from-home office. And as it turns out, I'm behind the curve. A new study shows most remote workers are not working from a home office. They're working from their bedroom, their living room couch, or even their kitchen. According to the study, it's because home offices are a luxury that some people cannot afford. Okay, I get that. But when it comes to productivity, you simply cannot beat the feeling of a chair and a desk in your home office. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some important work to do. For Sketchworks NewsBrake, I'm Tim Millard. Nice.
New York City police are looking for an MTA train operator who let his girlfriend drive the train. While his whereabouts are unknown, he said the last stop was Pound Town, which I believe Tim was just watching in his report. A Wisconsin woman accidentally shot her friend while she used the laser sight on a loaded handgun to play with her cat. Now, it could have been much, much worse. She could have tried to pet the cat's belly. Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin filed a complaint with a federal claims court on Monday over the agency's decision to award a lunar lander contract solely to rival company SpaceX. And I'll be filing my own lawsuit if either Blue Origin or SpaceX lands on the portion of the moon my grandma bought me for my 12th birthday. Speaking of troubled corporate space programs, Boeing's Starliner space capsule is grounded until possibly next year because of a valve problem. For those of you who still think fondly on your marching band days, yes, they tried valve oil. No, it didn't work. Police found human remains in a plastic container on the street outside a home in New Jersey on Friday. Authorities are looking for who did it to let them know Trash Day is Monday. Yesterday in Kuala Lumpur, the Prime Minister of Malaysia resigned after months of political instability. The Malaysian Prime Minister departed with 4 cars and a helicopter full of cash. Wednesday, at an auction in England, Jerry Layton purchased a 40-year-old slice of Prince Charles and Lady Diana's wedding cake for $2,500. He can't even eat it. For that amount of money, Layton could have bought 500 boxes of Entenmann's lemon loaf cake. Cake he can eat. From Los Angeles, Charles and Di's son Harry denounced the wedding cake as racist. Disney World's new Star Wars-themed hotel comes with a price tag of around $6,000 a night. For that price, Disney promises an immersive Star Wars experience, including having your right hand chopped off. In honor of Madonna's 63rd birthday yesterday, actress Deborah Winger revealed in an interview that she walked away from the 1992 film A League of Their Own when the Material Girl joined the cast. Winger, who can be seen in the Apple TV Plus series Mr. Corman, didn't want to be involved in what she referred to as an Elvis movie. Ultimately, Deborah Winger was replaced by Gina Davis, and Madonna was replaced by Lady Gaga. A Pennsylvania man was arrested after police found his father's head on a dinner plate in the freezer. Why the freezer? Didn't feel like leftovers. The USDA is permanently boosting food stamp benefits by 25%, which is great news for me, because despite my massive wealth, I'm actually a SNAP beneficiary. Here's how I game the system. All of my money is liquid cash under my mattress, literal liquid in my swimming pool, and trusts in the names of my cats. All of my jobs are independent contractor gigs that go through a shell corporation, and I make sure I pay myself no more than 130% of the federal poverty limit, so around $16,000 a year. I meticulously make sure every penny of that $16 grand gets spent, because I would lose my benefits if my bank account ever got over the asset limit of $2,250. I go to all this trouble so that I can steal a whopping $121 in undeserved benefits from the government. Well, $157 now. And because this is how I, a college-educated white man in my early 30s of privilege does it. I just assume that's how everybody else does it too. I mean, there's no way any of the people actually benefiting are truly in need, right? And now that I've shared all my secrets to riches, that's all for Sketchworks NewsBrake. We'll be back next week, and we hope you are too. I'm Brian Troxel, and I'm departing with 4 cars and a helicopter full of cash. And your mom.